Today's episode of YKWD is brought to you by Ghost Bed. I love this bed. I have this bed, and you're going to love it too. A great night's sleep is important for everyone, not just comics, okay? Ghost Bed makes premium mattresses at an affordable price, all designed for a cooler and more comfortable sleep. Take advantage of their free and fast shipping, their 101-night mattress sleep trial, and financing that starts at, get this, $35 a month. You heard me. You can get a brand new mattress for as low as $35 a month. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and beddings accessories, or you can get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code YKWD at ghostbed.com/YKWD for 40% off site-wide. Limited time only.
Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
YKWD.
I started a social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
I'm sorry. It's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. Welcome, everybody, to YKWD. Welcome. It's YKWD, live from the Comedy Cellar Studios above the world's.
It's the You Kid with Danny show, coming at you every Tuesday live from Rockefeller Center. You Kid with Danny. What do you got today, Danny? Danny's nickname.
Thank you so much for being here. Patreon members, God bless you. If you're not a Patreon member, please subscribe. Right down the bottom, just hit the subscribe. I mean, there's no...
You're not Patreon member? You must be kidding with Danny.
There's no reason to have any structure today.
Remember Doug Benson used to get so mad if he didn't do his movie thing? It was like Pete Holmes and TJ Miller were just going off, and he was like,
I remember,
you're not doing this right.
I used to get so mad when I didn't get invited to do things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I never did it.
Really?
No.
He probably thought you've never seen a movie.
Hey, that is. I wish there was a camera over there to get your little acting. What's up, man? Ari Shaffir's in the house. I mean, there's no. I mean, you're gonna ruin it. If I tried to have any structure, you'll ruin it. You'll just take over. I mean, from the get-go, I walked in. This is what you have, people. This is where you have people. I walked in tonight, a couple minutes late, because whatever, subway, blah blah blah. Right? I walked in.
Traffic, I heard.
It was, coming down, there was a little traffic, but then I had to take the subway. I had to park uptown instead of downtown.
Why?
Because my day ends uptown.
Oh.
So it's better for me. I don't want to come all the way the fuck back here and then drive all the way. It's like a 40-minute drive.
I hear you.
Anyways, boring.
Yeah, my bad's fast.
Yeah, I mean, what?
I was
why?
Like, why not derail? This is a fucking master storyteller. I'm like, let me ask you details you don't need to enter.
Well,
let me make your story like a chick story out of the blue.
They really
They
are.
really, I love
I would, can I say
details.
not chick story, wife story.
Wife story.
It's a chick. Some chicks have good stories.
I'm going to start this story far below before it needs to be told. So, about 10 years ago, I met a friend named Margaret. We were friends for a couple years. She ended up moving to London. London is a nice town. But anyway, Margaret introduced me to a new recipe, and I was considering making that for a family function. Now, I decided to go with another recipe. Now,
I mean, dude, that's Dawn. That's my wife, 100%. I'm literally in my body going, come on, speed it up.
Yeah.
And you can't say it because then they forget it. Then they go, forget it. It's like, I just wanted the story.
I just wanted the story. What happened, though?
Yeah, I don't care what you and Margaret did.
Details for no reason. They need
very,
editors.
And the speed, though, it's also the speed that their cars drive is the speed limit or under.
Remember, who's that? That must be a new school they're putting in.
Focus, Don. Focus. Look at me. Come on, the story. Go.
Okay, so let me start over.
No. It is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I really wish they could take a comedy course.
You Kid with Dawn. That's what it should be. When your wife feels left out of the media and the fans, if she needs her own podcast,
She needs
so You Kid with Dawn.
She needs
to glom off your fame.
She needs
You Kid with Dawn.
I'm so glad my wife doesn't do a podcast. It would fail immediately. It would just be yeah, we get it.
All comments would be your son going, "This sucks. That sucks."
Where's my mom?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Take me to jiu-jitsu. But back to my point.
Yeah.
I'm walking in now, and this is how you have a lot of people. And this is the subject of today. You know, today I was, hey, let's just wing it. Me and you just turn the mics on and go.
Yeah.
We're not doing that today.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. I have something to deal with you. I have something to talk about with you.
This is what I heard about when I was taking a nice dump in your fucking sweet toilet. No, I'm sweet toilet.
Sure.
I heard, hey, do we have those questions for Ari? And then I heard your dumb fucking retarded staff go, today? No, let's have the questions for Ari on another day when he's not here.
I mean, it's mental. They're not retarded. They're autistic.
Autistic.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at them, not one eye is looking back at you.
No, it's not.
No.
Autistic and cross-eyed, so it's a bit harder.
It's nuts, and they're too close together.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts.
If you really wanted to pay attention, you have to just gently put pressure on the top of their heads.
I probably could get a tax adjustment by having them work for me.
Yeah.
Yes, I could talk to the city and the government. They'd be like, you know, we're going to give you $20,000. Yeah, I'm helping somehow. I'm helping fucking just sick people. Look at him. He just right in front of my. I mean, right.
The problem is you have white slaves, and
this is why Joe. This is why Joe is Joe's a moron.
Yeah.
He will step in front of the actual show shot to get his shot, and then he'll stare at me right now.
He needs He needs a shot.
Just take the shot.
Yeah.
But what he does, here's the thing. What he does, wait till you see it.
It's good.
It's not good. It's amazing. But he has to ruin somebody else's work to make his
get
work
it done.
Yes. I
love when they do that. I love when somebody lines up a picture and they're like, "Wait, let me make sure it's right." It's like, just be snapping. What are you out of megabytes? What the fuck? Snap. While you wait. What are you waiting for?
Out of megabytes.
Yeah, there's something happening.
Nobody's out of megabytes.
No, figure out later which one's the best
Everybody, my grandmother has enough
megabytes.
megabytes.
Concert going on. Wait, lower the lights. I want to get just fucking dumb fuck.
All right, so
oldest coffee shop in America.
It really is, and you can taste it.
You can taste it. They need to clean those pipes.
Fucking garbage. Listen to me.
Yes.
I walked in today.
Okay.
Scared.
Of what?
Of you, Ari.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I walked in and the door was locked, so I'm like, oh, fuck.
I locked the door. I gotta lock the door.
You locked the door.
Gotta even lock the door.
You locked the door on me. So now they got to get up and open it. Now these giggling.
How mad were you when you tried the door and it was locked?
These giggling assholes are giggling. Ari got him. Because they'll turn to me a second.
Yeah.
If you say, guys, come with me, they'd follow you out right now.
Nice.
Oh, 100%.
I'll be the Saint
They're Jewish.
Patrick of this
They're
podcast.
autistic. You're their god. I mean, only person above you is Rick Glassman. That's it.
Yeah, he outgasses it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I come in, I open the door, and I gotta look because I know you're pulling pranks. You're doing something. Thank God you're in the bathroom. You're taking a shit.
Yeah.
Your house is 8 minutes away.
Well, I came from Sirius XM Studios, where I was a guest on the popular Jim and Sam podcast, the most offensive duo on the radio, according to their promo.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're offensive.
Yeah.
Really? I think they're offensive.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I mean, wow.
I called it out. Their promo was wild. I'm like, this is incorrect.
Yeah, it's lighthearted, nudging, maybe.
The most nudge-worthy podcast on radio.
So, dude, you have people, you're in here taking a shit. Not only that, here the thing is you're taking a shit, which is uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah.
When a guest comes in and is shitting before the show. After the show.
On?
After.
I consider after. I thought on.
After.
I didn't consider after.
After is still outrageous because now nobody can use the bathroom.
Yeah.
But we get it. You can't held it anymore. But you came in knowing you had to take a dump. You could have dumped it.
I could have dumped the Sirius. I thought about it.
5 stalls.
Yeah, but this is an individual full bath. Come on, dude. You know I'm right on that one. You know I'm not going to use that over this. This is a converted apartment.
Okay.
Best case scenario for a shit.
Okay. Okay, great. So you're here, you're taking a shit, but your shits aren't shits, Ari.
They're shits, and then there are also other things.
Your shits, and you've done them at
But they are shits.
Buddy, they're not shits. It's almost surgical.
Yeah.
It's almost like an operation. Something happens to your asshole. You were in my bathroom.
It opens up like a demigorgon and just fucking reveals.
It's not.
Fucking
It's not good, dude. There's so much blood. Coming out of
so
your
much
asshole.
blood. Sometimes it just flows. Sometimes a little speck or two. Sometimes it flows where I got to fucking man pawn it and then I got to replace that. And that one gets full. You ever see at the end of the day when you
not
have a
use the
fucking
word
bloody,
full when you're talking about your
bloody, fucking soaked up. Now, what you want ideally, a little bit of blood, mostly white. Sometimes you get all red. Sometimes you get all red. You're like,
yours is not red. Sometimes it's blue. It's like
it's dark.
like,
It's a dark red. It's a maroon.
Heart blood.
It's a maroon.
You have heart blood coming out of your asshole. Yeah, dude.
This
Yeah, you have deep
Yeah.
blood that hasn't had oxygen in it yet. It's nuts.
deoxygenated blood.
It's nuts.
I had the blood where if you ran it through a wine decanter.
Yeah, you have the blood that like Dracula would pay more money for your blood. You know what I mean? You're like high level, deep blood.
High in blood.
Yeah, dude. I don't. So you have people on edge. Is that where you want your friends? I mean, when you use the bathroom, is there going to be?
I just had to use the bathroom.
You left the shit with the blood.
Oh, I did leave the shit.
With the blood.
Yeah, I left the shit.
There's a bloody shit and put.
And I'll tell you, three tissues in a row. You know, you get a wad, wad. 3 in a row.
Yeah.
I try to drop them, and then like a fucking open face sandwich, they flipped and went blood down. And I was like, this is unbelievable. My luck, unbelievable. So I had to really place one in blood up. That's what you saw the front, old fronty.
Okay. Give us 2 names for that: blood up or old fronty. That's 2 names.
You kid with Danny.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid's you've haunted his dreams for life. He'll never forget that. What food does that represent for you, Danny?
What food's no longer going to be eaten because of that?
You have us all.
Yeah.
Like on.
Listen,
edge.
I'd love to apologize, but that's just not in my nature.
Okay, but here's my problem.
Nor am I sorry. It was so great when you were like, "Hey, go get a towel." I'm like, "Wow!" I mean, it's still the smell's still there. I expected the smell to be gone. Smell's still there. You got him right in there.
You have people on the edge.
But at minimum, hold on.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
It's an accusatory finger.
What? I don't like it so
it's an
close.
accusatory finger.
It should stop further. Maybe no. Up, right there.
Okay, let me do it next. Yeah, that was too much.
That was fighting.
It was right there. So let me do it again.
Yeah.
But hold on.
That's good. That's
Maybe
good.
here.
Right.
Because here, that's like.
Let me see. Come here. Give it to me. Bring it to me. Right there.
Right
It's
there.
Good. This, whatever that was.
That's too much. That's too much.
That made me want to bite it.
But you have some reckoning too.
I do.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Because you sent him in there to what you thought was a freshly used shit toilet.
Yes.
Flushed.
Yes.
But you thought the smell would still be in there.
Okay.
No smell clears that fast. No smell clears that fast. You were complicit.
I was complicit, but I didn't think it would be.
You were Eichmann. You weren't Hitler, but you were Eichmann.
Here's the problem with you, though. I should have known because you've done that to me.
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not the only one whose shit smells. You knew it at minimum. Could have been Joe List in there. It should have been smelly.
It would have been smelly, but something he could have contained and maybe told me after the show, hey, dude, his shit smelled bad.
Stunk.
It could have been something we enjoyed later.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to leave an abortion in there. I didn't know you were going to leave a Hasidic abortion in the toilet. Mazel tov, Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah. The Hasidics don't abort when their kid comes out Down syndrome, but they will if they found out it's going to be gay.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, ooh, that's bad news.
Hey.
Down syndrome, we're all pretty inbred. It's halfway there. But
how do they find out they're going to be gay? How do you know when a baby's going to be, a fetus is gay?
Yeah, if it comes out dick first. I don't know. Leading. I don't know. That's a good question.
I got to say this, though, because I had a friend of yours on, and I was shocked.
Who is it? Robert E. Lee. Is that who you're talking about?
I had Mr. Bobby
Mamaguchi.
Mr. Miyagi was on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
had Bobby on.
I had the chubby sensei was on my show.
The Slep King.
Yeah, the little dumpling boy.
Yeah. He goes by the Slep King, and I thought it was because he sleeps a lot. And I was like, I sleep more than you. And he goes, idiot. It's because I'm anti-woke. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
I had him on.
Yeah.
And we have our own problems.
You do have your own problems. I'm glad I got you guys back together.
What?
I've gotten back together. You and Bobby.
Yeah.
Alex Jones and Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Who else?
Monica Lewinsky and Bill. You got them back together.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't you work that
I'm
out?
trying to think. Yeah. Because he was like, I still need that cigar.
Yeah.
I left it up there, I think.
And she was like, I got it if you want
wonder
it.
my pussy smells like tobacco.
Yeah, no wonder my pussy smells like an old
I'm trying to
grandpa.
think who I recuperated friendship was. That's 2. I wonder who else. I don't know.
Well, I want to
this.
talk about your friendships.
Yeah.
Is what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Me and Bobby very quickly got back together.
That's great.
It was a misunderstanding. It was no intentional things that happened. He was coming from this way. I was coming from that way. We collided a couple of times. We worked it out.
Yeah.
And the word intentional is the thing I want to bring up with you.
It sounds like a very AA term or meditation term.
Intentional.
Intentional. Yeah.
Intentional.
Yeah.
What is your intent? Did you intend to hurt somebody's feelings where they think they didn't like you?
I got an offstage story for you.
Oh, you do?
I almost want to pause to tell you this.
Really?
Yeah. We can't, right?
Can we? We can't pause, can we? I don't trust Max. He's actually left. He said, "Are we done shooting?" And we weren't. And we started talking.
Yeah.
And he's left. I don't trust Max.
Okay. We could go to the bathroom and tell it.
Okay. Danny and Joe, come sit here, please. I just talk like you're us. Danny, you be me. No, actually, Joe, you be me. Danny, you be the Jewish one.
Oh, should I drink his coffee? What do you think they could be talking about?
Well, I still think it hasn't been long enough that I think that the smell might still be there.
Yeah, it seems like it would still smell in there.
Yeah, I feel like it probably still smells. I also now really regret flushing it. I think it would have been very funny if I somehow could fake the flushing sound and make it so now they have to go look at
We could have put it in a little box like Patrice's hat.
it.
Ari's bloody shit.
Dude, it was horrific. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. Honestly.
Did he text
No,
Bobby?
so I
to set you up?
asked because I assumed that, but then they were just talking 4 seconds ago.
Do we even explain what happened?
Oh, they kind of didn't. They walk in,
Ari takes a bloody shit
bloody shit I was unaware of.
and then he left it in the toilet.
Left it in the toilet, walks out.
Sits down. There was a nice time delay, so
Yeah. It was
was
like long enough
forgotten
that I
about.
forgot about it. It was enough. It was like magic timing, right? It was long enough that I forgot about it, but perfect time. Like a minute earlier or 40 seconds earlier, I would have been like, oh, it's gonna smell like shit.
and then Bobby goes, "Can you go grab a paper towel,
Is it a tissue?
tissue?" And then you went in. And
Well, I
there
also
was-
looked around because sometimes there's a paper towel right there, and I was kind of aware that Ari just took a shit and didn't want to go in there for that reason. But then it wasn't. So go in, and I out loud said, I don't even remember what I said, but there was a
you were like,
holy fuck, it was like a
"Mother of God."
yeah. It was I turned religious. It was truly horrific. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'm curious what they are talking about.
Bobby Lee probably.
Yeah.
No, because that's what I think they're fine with. I think it's something different because they were about to just talk about that
Bobby Lee.
on the air.
How many slurs do you think they're saying?
I think they're coming.
Are they coming back?
Oh my.
Here they are.
I wish I didn't flush.
All right, don't slow roll it. Move it. I mean, you fucking. It's not. I mean, you didn't get the job. What do you think? We were listening, and we were like, you know what? Let them go.
Bobby's the king
Yeah.
of calling it out
Yeah.
as soon as
Yeah.
don't slow roll it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys sure you want us to get up? No, stay down. Did you hear that, Mark? We should just let him go. Yeah, unbelievable. Fucking.
Anyway, sorry, I had to tell you what I thought of it.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Thanks.
That was a good one. I'm so sorry that you can't know.
Juicy.
That was juicy. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! But here's the thing with you, dude. Mr. Bobby Lee
Yeah.
told me some stuff about you.
What did he tell you?
And it was shocking. Shocking.
What did he tell you?
Shocking. And then
What did he tell you? Same story he's been telling fucking for years with
Well-
different details every time.
I'm
Fucking Bobby and Bert are the king of fucking. Just go through those stories and see how many different times it's told differently.
Oh, there's a couple people telling stories that aren't true.
Yeah.
There's a couple people out there that are fucking.
Ari was 2 minutes late. Ari was a day late. Ari was 17 minutes late. He was 2 months later. He showed up. Like,
All right, well, this is what
What?
shocked me about
What?
it because there's actually on YouTube
yeah.
there's a documentary about this. And I'm
saw
on
it. I was
I'm on
so
the
happy.
plane.
It made me so happy. The title. The title is
The
so
title. Read the title, Max.
It's the most evil man in comedy, Ari Shaffir.
Exposed.
Exposed.
Exposed. I mean, Ari, I watched this.
Joe Rogan's best friend. I thought we were good friends. I didn't know best friend. That's nice. I like that. You watched it?
I watched the whole thing.
How long is it? Shorter than the fucking DeStefano documentary.
What was that one?
Oh, not DeStefano.
Oh, that one's coming.
Delia. DeStefano.
That one's coming.
Yeah.
Talk about stories. Listen, man. In this thing,
The most evil man in comedy.
most evil man in comedy.
Bill Cosby is less evil than me.
Yes.
I love it.
And the photo that
Yeah.
they made, it fits.
What's the photo they made?
The photo
With
they used-
thumbnail?
I mean, dude, you look like
there a thumbnail?
You look like the devil.
I love it.
You look like
so
Lucifer.
much. I
You
love
look
this.
like Lucifer.
Joe List and I were talking about this where he goes, people are like, why are you friends with that guy? But no one's ever asking, hey, why are you friends with him? There'd probably be something there, right? It seems like everyone actually likes him.
The most evil
in
man.
comedy.
I mean, the photo they use.
Oh, it's
inside
me with a mohawk.
No, the other one.
The
There's
boy
another
I
one.
killed.
There's
And
a-
then who are this other two? Bobby Lee and who's the guy over the one?
I don't know. The truth fault. But here, I want to ask you about this.
Who's the
All
guy? Who's Bobby's in the left? Who's in the middle there?
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah. What do you want to ask?
I want. Okay, so in the documentary that I
the
watched,
documentary. Yeah.
the doc, yeah,
How was it? Was it fun?
dude. I mean, if I didn't know you, I would cancel you today. I would have called up them guys. We should cancel this guy.
That's so fun. Literally every story that makes you upset is showing half a story. Like in the world. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. But
So-
I'm just telling you, like every time you're like, what? You're like, that craziness means they're leaving out details.
Well, Bobby
go
Lee
ahead.
said, and he said it on my podcast too, by the way, which I found shocking. But
The only time he's ever been honest about it
Yeah.
was when I was on his podcast with him.
Right.
He finally admitted stuff because he's like, Bert is the same way where you like, they'll say a lie, and then you're like, no, because you were the one who was late. And they go, all right, fine. They just kind of laugh it off. So one time on his podcast, we were talking about it,
Yeah.
our old fights. I mean, this is in our 20s.
I want to wait before you get into your defense, which you've
No
jumped
defense.
into.
No defense.
No, you're defending.
I'm just saying, when it did happen, Kalila was like, oh, I didn't hear this part of the story.
100%. There's always a second part. That's why I want you. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
okay. What did he say?
He said?
I love Bob.
You beat him up 3 times.
Yep. Now let me ask you a question. Just
If I'm a judge, you just go. I'm hitting the gavel. I'm saving the taxpayers some money.
yeah, okay. I wouldn't say I beat him up 3 times. I beat on him 3 times.
Well, that's, dude, you were.
I only beat him
There's
up.
only
once.
2 beaten off and beaten up.
Beaten
There's
up.
only 2.
Yeah.
Which one did you do?
One time I beat him up good once.
Okay, hang on. Let's
Good.
get to this. There's a time where you.
We did a story about this on This Is Not Happening. I love how exposed. What do you mean exposed? This is what when they got Stern, when they're like, we uncovered your hidden blackface stuff. It goes, you mean me from my television show?
Yeah, I know.
The one I published on purpose to America? We've done stories about this on Comedy Central,
It's
but
so
go ahead.
stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, where'd my sandwich go?
That's old Bobby. That's old Bobby talking.
Right, that's old Bobby. I'm sorry. It just comes out once in a while.
I hear my
I
sandwich.
apologize.
Oh, I didn't have one. That's right. You wake up in the middle of the night, like, where's those M&Ms? Oh, shit. That's old Bobby.
It said that you attacked him. You hit him to the ground. Wait.
him to the-
You
yeah.
hit him and he went to the ground. And then I'm going to wait for this one. First one.
You got to back up, though.
Hang on. I'm going to back up a little bit. You made him check illegal emails.
You got to back up further.
Okay. Can we watch the doc a little?
Ugh, yeah, I hate watching myself on camera.
Well, I agree with you. I hate it too.
Yeah.
You on camera makes me sick to my
Yeah.
stomach.
We've talked about all this on so many podcasts.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over it quick then.
Okay.
Because there's other things I want to talk to
Yeah.
you about.
Okay, but
You,
let me ask
you
you a question.
Superman punched him in the back of the head.
He was running.
You
I had no choice. And also, what a fucking perfect move. Dude, when you get a Superman punch, running in the air, realize you're coming close, and then fucking John Wick in the air and realize, you ever like sing or do an impression of somebody? And I'm not good at impressions. I don't think you are either.
I can do one.
But every once in a while,
Yeah.
it'll just come out perfect.
Sure.
And someone's like, do that again. You're like, I won't be able to.
Yeah.
It just came out perfect.
I did that. Yeah.
When I'm fucking jumping and I'm coming down, I even noticed like, well, this is fucking, this was cinematic. and then pop fall. Bobby is like a potato bug. He'll immediately.
Okay. So, yeah, but you hit him. You Superman punched him. Yeah, but that's not making your case.
The funny thing is, I bet it's because everyone, when they hear about these things right now,
yeah,
like, I'm so mad. I'm like, oh, this was like, it's like they heard about the Holocaust. Like, we got to do something to Germany. And you're like, it's been taken care of.
Okay, but you Superman punched him.
Superman punched him.
You hit him in the back of the head.
He's going off accounts. He couldn't see. What does he have? Eyes in the back of his head? Nah, these Chinese don't have that.
They barely have them in the front.
That's right. What are they seeing? Fucking cups to pick up back there? I don't think so.
Listen, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
So you admit to Superman punching him.
Yeah, but that's late. That's after you got me fired off a show.
You got fired off a show, like a TV show?
Yeah.
How'd he get you fired off a TV show?
Talk to the fucking people who ran it. It was like, get rid of them.
Why?
Because we were fighting.
Because you beat him up before?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound that bad.
So he left that part of the story out.
Yeah, but wait a second.
It's a fun story.
No. I wouldn't want to work with somebody who beat me up too.
First of all, you wanted to beat him up.
I never wanted to beat Bob.
Not true. You've told me.
What?
You're like,
you're lying.
I wish I could smack
you're
that guy.
Fucking lying.
I am lying. Doesn't mean it's not true.
That's the definition of not true. I've never wanted to hit Bobby Lee.
We were doing a yoga, one of my yogas, and we were talking, we were hanging out, and we were talking, and we was like, you know what? Even all the fucking pain we went through as like young adults trying to learn who we were. Yeah. He goes, I wouldn't change it. Now that we have these memories, they're so fucking fun.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you one more question. Did you kick him in the face?
I kicked him. Well, okay.
Until he woke up. Until they had to take him to the hospital.
No, we didn't go to the hospital.
So how many times did you kick him in the face?
No, but
and is that why his face looks that way?
That's just Koreans, dude.
Okay.
They're always like that.
All right.
No, that's not telling the whole story. I kicked him in the chest and the face. I had to open up the hands because he was covering. I had to open up the hands, kick him in the chest a couple times. Then he moves, FaceTime.
Was Rogan over your shoulder? You got to open him up. You got to open him up.
Open him up. Here's the best thing about Bobby Lee that he probably won't tell you. So I punched him. He was dumb smile. I was heartbroken over a girl. He was like, and he was just laughing about it. Yeah. And I knew he was like, had talked to the guy while he was like planning on dating her and didn't just say, hey, no, don't date my friend's girlfriend.
He helped it happen.
Yeah. And then when he was like, the guy didn't know if he'd broken
You dated
up
the chick with the gloves, right?
Yeah, with the gloves. And then he didn't know if he'd fully broken up or not. So he had Bobby call me and be like, hey, are they broken up or what?
Yeah.
And so once I realized like, oh, you're doing recon for him.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, fuck off, dude. Once I realized, I was like, hey, dude, I don't want to talk to you. And I'm checking in and he goes, can I just tell you one thing now? Can I just tell you one thing? I'm like, dude, I'm actually not in the mood at all. I'm really heartbroken. Get the fuck away from me. And he's like, can I just tell you one thing? I'm like, say another word. I'm going to beat your ass.
Right. You gave fair warning.
Fair warning.
Right.
He's like, I'm like, I'm serious, dude. One more word.
And he didn't believe you because of your physical look. He was like,
exactly.
This
he was
guy's
a wrestler in high school.
Right. And you're, you know, you look like you just got out of a gas chamber.
As bigger now as I've ever been. Imagine me at 25 pounds.
Back in the day, you were very non-intrusive. Mm-hmm. You were not intimidating at all.
So I punched him.
You punched him right out of the gate.
Yeah, right in front of the cover booth at the OR of the Comedy Store.
Got it.
You know, the hallway.
Sure, yeah.
Steps. And then it was like, so what you want is someone to fight you.
Right.
But you picked on a beetle bug. And he went right down. And it was unsatisfactory. And I was so mad. Renazisi's in the cover booth. Steve Renazisi. I mean, what fun times. What fun times when we were kids. God damn. Young comics, no jobs. He was on Mad TV. He was making $5,000 a week. It was the most anybody made.
Wow.
Yeah.
$5,000 was a lot back then.
A week for 20 weeks.
Yeah.
So he made $100,000 for the year.
That's crazy.
And it was like, what? He was always cheated us for pizza.
It is. There is something. So we went down and you were just like, fuck.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. And I was so worked up.
So then what'd you do?
Kicked him.
In the stomach.
Stomach area, yeah.
To open up the head.
Open up the head.
And then when he opened up his head.
Took advantage of the fucking ankle.
How many times did you kick him in the head?
Twice.
And how many times did you kick him back in the stomach?
Yeah, I think probably it's tough to remember, between 2 and 4 times total.
And then what happened?
Renazisi first was like, and then he was like, oh, I gotta help. Now he could have come through that window and jumped out.
Sure.
If there was someone like stabbing a baby, he would have come through that front window.
Right, but
Bobby,
Korean,
like everyone in comedy, I mean, Steve, like everyone in comedy, also wanted Bobby to get punched.
Really?
Dude, you know how many people came up to me later and go, wait, you could have just punched him? I didn't know that. He was so punchable. I asked him once, I was like, how come everybody hates you in comedy? He goes, I don't know. Back then, he's a different guy now. Bobby's great. Bobby, I love Bobby Lee.
Right.
And I loved him before. He's a mentor to me.
Yeah. Oh, he is.
Yeah. So it's even more of a betrayal when a mentor does that, when he fucking does devious shit like that. It's not his fault. He got caught in a situation.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like,
Well,
let's say one of
did
your
you
friends.
hit the girl?
What?
Did you hit the girl?
Girl, listen, of all the people, we went over this with my friends of who's to blame.
It's the girl.
Girl,
Number one.
okay. The guy she left me for, almost nothing.
Nothing.
People like, be a problem with that. Why? We have the same taste in women?
No.
He doesn't know me.
No,
He doesn't know me at all.
Dude, it's breakfast
He's
at
talking to
Tiffany's.
some girl. She was like, I've been this. She goes, well, I'm kind of dating someone. He's like,
Dude,
kind
it's breakfast at Tiffany's. And then it's
the girl,
Bobby Lee.
second, is, hey, listen, I think I'm falling out of love.
You.
Yeah, falling
It's
out of
you.
love.
So you're second.
No. I'm to blame. I should not have touched him. But
No,
like,
but who's first? The girl.
no.
Who's first?
The girl's been in a situation, once you've done enough mushrooms and shit that I've done afterwards or whatever, you realize she's in a situation that tons of people have been in that I've been in. You've fallen out of love and you didn't handle it exactly correctly.
You're not blaming her first for cheating on you?
No.
Wow.
Here's who I'm blaming.
Oh, no.
An uninvolved third party.
Me.
Almost.
What?
Bobby Lee.
Your baby Bobby Lee?
Over the girl. The girl just fell in love. Like, what could she do? She was like, I'm starting to lose interest in this guy. This other guy showing me interest. I don't know. She could have been like, hey, before I start doing that, let me break up with this. It's tough. We've all been in that situation. It's tough. If you're new, you're in your 20s. I don't know exactly the right way to do it. And then you have this third guy who's just friends with me. Imagine if one of our friends was accused of sexual misconduct in the press. And we went on air and said, oh, I haven't talked to him yet because I was too busy getting eye surgery done. But if he did this, it was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just going, yeah, that's my friend, fuck off.
Yeah. Or say nothing.
Or say nothing.
Right. Just in case he did do that.
Yeah. I put your foot in your mouth.
Some of my friends are pieces of shit.
But a third uninvolved party getting involved is like, in some ways, that's worse.
You know,
Because why do you have to get involved? Just go, nah.
this guy who did this, who got her, right? How, like on a scale
I don't blame him.
On a scale from 1 to 10 physically,
Yeah.
what's the difference between you and him?
Both at the times, both weaklings.
Okay.
He was shorter.
Shorter. So you were still better looking. You were
No,
still
he's better looking.
way better looking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like
Fame-wise?
an actor. He was like an actor.
So he had more money, more looks.
Yeah.
So he was just an upgrade from you.
A clear upgrade.
Clear upgrade.
yeah. Not even like well, in some ways. No, in no ways. I had just started losing my hair. In no ways did I beat this guy.
All right. I agree. So
In a comedian's basketball league, I could play center and he could not. That's about it.
That's it.
That's it.
But everything
I was a
else.
bit taller.
Everything
But this chick was short anyway, so that didn't matter. Everyone fucking towered.
Everybody's so. So he's
Yeah.
good looking, career.
Good looking, money, fame, funnier than me. I
Funny.
haven't figured out how to
Oh
be
my
funny yet.
God.
Oh yeah, this guy ruled.
So
This guy ruled. I love this guy. Yeah, this guy ruled.
You would've cheated
Yeah,
with this guy.
his sketches were funny on Matt TV.
holy
That guy
shit.
ruled. I didn't want to admit it exactly then, but one time I was sitting next to him at a bar,
Yeah.
at the M bar. I didn't know. I was like, you ever like, where do I know this guy from? And I was sitting next to him ordering, and I was like, because in Hollywood too, it could be a famous person.
Yeah.
And
Always.
so I'm sitting there, I'm ordering a beer, whatever, and I'm like, and then as I get up, I'm like, oh, you're the guy that took my girl.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
No.
Did he know about this thing that happened with you and Bobby Lee?
For sure.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He knew you were on a rampage.
Everyone did. I was in a rampage.
it was a
Listen,
rampage.
I was heartbroken.
You were heartbroken, and
And
you
I was
physically
reacting like a fucking
You
child.
physically took it out
Yeah.
on Bobby,
Yeah.
but he
I really said,
instigated it.
get the fuck away from me.
He instigated it.
Get the fuck away.
Right. Well,
You gotta take that advice.
That was
Get
back
away.
in the day when that meant something. Now, if you do that to somebody,
Yeah.
you're done.
The life of a stand-up comedian is crazy. You're going nonstop. You're staying up until dawn. Then you're dreaming about comedy. And then you wake up thinking about comedy. But running yourself into the ground will never work, ever. You need to make sure you're getting a good night's sleep when you can. And that goes for everybody, not just comedians. That's where GhostBed can help. GhostBed mattresses are designed with premium materials and a patented cooling feature so you sleep better, cooler, and more comfortable from the moment your head hits that pillow. Take advantage of free shipping, 101-night mattress sleep trial, and financing starting at, get this, $35 a month. Most orders ship within 24 hours, so you can start sleeping better this week. Listeners can get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedding accessories, or get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code YKWD at ghostbed.com/YKWD for 40% off site-wide. Limited time only.
That was time one. So he got mad at Renazizi. Oh, this is what I got to give him for going the long way around. But Renazizi, he wanted to watch it a little bit. Sure. He wanted his clothes dirty. Great thing about Bobby Lee and what you have to know about real comics.
Yeah.
There's a difference between people who do comedy and real comics.
Yeah.
Freddie Soto would say separating the comedians from the comics.
Sure.
And I didn't quite understand that for years.
Mm-hmm.
So I kicked him a few times, separated us.
4 times.
4 times. A few plus one. A couple couples.
Okay.
2 squared
You got to
times.
open them up. Those don't really
open
count.
them up. Yeah, jabs. Foot jabs.
Foot jabs in the face.
And then, okay, so we're separated, whatever. It's fucking rage. I'm shaking with rage. And then he's on next. That's why he was in the front of the cover booth
He
getting
went
ready.
on stage.
Of course he went on stage because it's a comic.
Goddamn right.
He's a comic. You got to do your spot.
That's right.
And his face starts on stage swelling up. It doesn't happen right away. It starts after the beating. So it starts on stage getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wow.
He does a set, and he probably killed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I was in front of the
Did you have to go on that night?
I went on late. I was on way late.
Oh, wait.
So right then, Brian Callen comes up to me and was like, no, it was a different time. It was a different time. Some shit happened. And Brian Callen was like, hey, what the fuck? You fighting with that chick? And I was like, yeah, we used to go out. He goes, oh, I didn't realize you had a history. Oh, my bad.
Wait a minute. That's not what the documentary says. The documentary says that Brian protected Bobby from you. Brian was like, hey, knock it off.
Well, yeah, he was like, you can't do that. It was like,
Yeah,
and then he
you can't.
realized, oh, there's a history here. He goes, oh, then I'm out of line. My bad.
Oh, he backed out.
Oh, then I'm way out of line. I didn't realize it was a history. I thought it was like out of the blue. This makes more sense. Sorry to even get involved. Yeah, he was immediately like, sorry to even get involved on that.
Brian's a cocksmith. Brian's a cocksmith. He knows the rules of engagement. You can protect the little guy, but if there's pussy involved,
Like, oh, this makes sense. Oh,
Get it back
right.
up, yeah.
It would be crazy for you to just to unload on somebody for no reason.
Right,
That
yeah.
would be wild. Yeah, somebody said, I think Steve Trevino was somebody's like, at the time was like, Ari's a lunatic. It's like, super gentle Ari went nuts for out of the blue. Did he have a schizophrenic break, or was there some like what Bill Burr said? Like, can't you ask what happened right before?
100%.
Like a fireman could be like, are we allowed to look at the wiring?
I hate when people give me a bad rap, and I say, have I ever snapped?
up 2 minutes.
Have I ever snapped on anybody?
Out of the blue, just scream at a random person on the street.
But the people that you yell at will be like, oh, he yelled at me. But why?
But why though? Why
Well, because I didn't do this, I did that, and I fucked that up, and I did it 65 times before that, and this is the 65th time that I did it.
There's a difference between an overreaction and a out of the blue reaction.
Right.
Like for no reason. Anyway,
Right.
He went and did a spot. I assume he killed. Because he always, especially back then.
Right.
He was a crusher. He
Right.
still is.
Still crushes.
Yeah.
So what now? You Superman punched him. You kicked him in the.
No. That was the one. Superman Punch wasn't then.
There was
That
another.
was
There was another one.
Superman Punch was number 3.
Number 3. What was number? That was number 1.
Yeah. That was number 1.
And that was number 2.
At the time, he owed me $5,000.
Why? That's one episode.
Because he was a pill popper.
Oh.
And he were in Tijuana.
Okay.
And he maxed out his credit card.
Oof.
And he couldn't get any money. I'd done a couple commercials at the time. He hooked me up with a commercial agent, Lawrence Harr, one of the best commercial agents in Hollywood.
Shout out.
Shout out Lawrence Harr.
What's up, Lawrence?
One time he was like, hey, Ari, there's this commercial you did like 7 years ago, and they want to run it in Thailand
Yeah.
for like 2 months. Would you accept just the scale again, which is like $500? That's what they're offering. It's like, it's done. You know,
Yeah.
they're out of contract though. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. He goes, well, I asked for 10 grand. So congrats. Happy Christmas.
They gave you 10 grand.
Because Lawrence is a fucking balls to the wall agent.
Wow,
And he
no
goes
shit.
for it. He's the best.
You still
commercial
with
agent.
him?
For commercials, I don't do them anymore. But
Right.
absolutely. If I had anybody coming at me with like, do you want any sort of cream to repair your hands after punches? I'm your guy.
You need a new
Lawrence
sole on
Harlow.
your shoe after kicking
That's
people?
right. You want to get the fucking fried rice off your feet.
Right.
Then, Lawrence Harlow would handle that
You kick
negotiation.
somebody in the face, you got soy sauce on your toe.
Absolutely.
Right, that's
Exactly the
great.
same joke I said, but slightly
I like
different.
soy sauce.
Yeah, it's soy sauce. Okay.
I mean, fried rice is good.
Yeah.
But soy sauce is more like blood. I was punching it up. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, it's the same joke. I mean, you called me up in real time, which I appreciate.
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
I said it later. I said it later. I'm like, hey, can I talk to you about that soy sauce joke? I just felt like
That's
what
soy
I did was
sauce?
my thing and kind of made it your own.
I mean, it's fried rice I get, but soy sauce, I mean.
Yeah. So
second time.
then I stopped booking commercials. I was on a dry streak.
Sure.
And eventually I couldn't pay my rent. I was out of money. And he owed me $5,000. He owed me, at the time I was paying $750 a month for rent.
But
So
he's not on Mad TV anymore.
he's still on my TV.
So he's making money.
Yeah.
Maxed
And
out
he
his
had
credit.
6 months of my rent that he owed me. And he wasn't paying me.
Wow.
And I was like, give me my fucking money.
Right.
And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he's like, just go to the bank. And then he was like, oh, delayed. I had to borrow money from Kevin Christie to pay my rent.
Kevin, who's that?
He's another comic, is an artist and a comic, really
Right.
funny and a great artist.
Wow.
And I borrowed money from someone else just to pay my rent when this guy owes me $5,000. I was like, give me my
Is it $5 grand or $6 grand?
$5,000.
You said 6.
No, I said 6 months.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
rent.
I'm just making sure you.
Absolutely. No, you
I
did
just
your
want-
job. That's
I-
a good cross
okay,
examination. Get
Thank
me
you.
off balance.
Okay. So he owes you this money, $5
Yeah.
grand.
And he was like, let me tell you one thing. And then we were at the back and he was like, and I was like, give me my fucking money. And I just like went like this and he took a step forward and I was like, oh no. And I just like squeezed.
You squeezed his neck.
I was like, no.
Really?
Left little like nail scars.
Oh, you have nails?
Yeah, I did at the time.
Oh,
Now I
guys
do
with
it.
nails are fucking queer.
Yeah, well, I was queer. He got beat up by a queer.
When you get scratch marks
So then
in a fight.
then I was separated. That was
okay.
it. So no hospital the first time. No choked him out the second time. It was just a little. He was like, ah, ah.
Oh, so the second time was a choke.
Second time was a choke.
Little choke with a little nail because you don't take care of your nails. You're a dirty person.
Dirty. Yeah. Oh yeah. There was early COVID was in the news a long time ago.
Yeah.
So no hospital the first time.
No hospital.
Yeah. It was a fight for sure, but
Fight. Well, not a
Relax.
fight. It was a beating.
it was a beating.
It was not a fight because he gets up and rolls up.
Yeah.
What's that little animal that rolls into its own shell?
Potato bug.
No, potato bug. What's no
Armadillo.
armadillo? He armadilloed. He just rolls up. Bing.
Protected himself.
Protected himself.
Not well enough.
Not well enough because you didn't know.
Every dragon's got a weak spot.
You didn't know you knew a foot judo.
That's right.
Yeah, right. So all right. So now
You know how I found out about this documentary?
why?
I just suddenly started getting like, if I see you in the streets, I'll kill you. And I'm like, what this? Usually, if I get 10 hate messages in a row, I'm like, someone mentioned something on a podcast from the past. And it just like comes. And I'm like, what's this about? Somebody played an Amazing Racist clip on a radio DJ in Charlotte or something. And I'm like, oh, where is this one from? The best one is I woke up to like 1,000 tweets.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And it was Howard Stern coming at me.
Oh really?
Yeah, Rogan called me because he saw it. I was like in bed still, and we just started laughing. We didn't even answer. I was like, hello, and it was just laugh for about a minute and a half. The king of media fucking devoting 30 minutes to me.
I mean, that's an evil laugh.
Yeah.
I mean,
So then the second time was the choke.
and then the third time was the.
He got me thrown off the show. So I was
Superman
like, dude, no. I was like, and then it was like, he was so punchable, and it was such a relief. And so I was like, get back here. And he was like, no, because he realized what he did. And then he started, like, no. He starts turning. I was even talking to my friend, and I was like, excuse me for 1 second. I was very calm. He ran. Superman punched down. Then
Curled up.
Then the cops got called.
They called the cops on you.
Yeah, Ranazisi or somebody else was like, you got to get the fuck out of here, dude. The cops are coming.
So how did you not
And then
get arrested?
they were like, leave your home. Because I lived 2 blocks away. I live right next to Pink Dot.
Yeah.
And they're like, leave. They know you're right there. I went to an alt show in like Los Feliz.
Well, how did you not get arrested for that? Did you not press charges?
30-mile zone, the TMZ zone. So any celebrity or son of or child related to celebrities can't get arrested in the 30-mile zone.
What the fuck does that mean?
The TMZ, that's what TMZ is based on, 30-mile zone.
I
So
don't-
anyone in Hollywood doesn't get arrested. They skate on crimes. Now, I'm joking. I'm not part of that.
Oh,
But if Matt Damon gets caught drunk driving, they let it go.
really?
Because Matt Damon pays everybody, not just the cop salary, pays the fucking guys who clean the linens for craft food services, pays the guys who repairs the fucking cameras. The industry runs on those stars. So the 30-mile zone is you let these guys off unless there's a murder, and even sometimes then.
In that zone.
Yeah. I mean, with the internet, with cell phones, it's gone away a little bit.
Wow.
But like, yeah, why is fucking Braveheart not in
That's
jail
what
for
TMZ
drunk
is based
driving
off of?
and screaming racial slurs at a cop?
Is that what TMZ is based off of?
Yeah.
I did not know
So
that.
they're covering the stuff that gets covered up.
I did not know.
Yeah, it's fun.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. So you were in that zone, so they just let it go
Well, yeah, but that's a joke. I'm not really.
because you're not famous.
I'm not famous. Yeah.
Well, back then, you weren't.
Still not.
Well, kind of.
I'm like,
Well, you're
no,
doing the
not
Beacon.
famous. I am doing the Beacon.
Dude, I saw Eddie Vedder there.
Wow. What was he doing? What was he watching?
He was watching Joe List and,
Oh, wow.
and Louis
Damn,
C.K.'s
that's
documentary
cool.
that was in the movie.
Damn, that's
It
cool.
was called 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to that.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Doing the
right?
Beacon this Friday, everybody.
Dude, this Friday. This is nuts.
I did Ryan Long's podcast. He's like, it's funny how you're canceled into the biggest show of your life.
How the fuck are you? I mean, dealing with the fact that you're playing such an epic place, such a big place by yourself. You were doing clubs 2 years ago, doing great.
Yeah.
Right?
No
you were canceled your whole fucking three years ago. Everything was ripped. Your show was taken from you.
Show was blackballed away from me.
I mean, gone. You were on a hit network doing a hit show. All your friends were on it. Everybody loved it. You were doing festivals with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's gone. Just gone. I remember when you called me, hey man, if you want to do it, you can, but it's not my show anymore, blah, blah, blah.
You didn't do it.
And I chose not to do it. And it was a hard thing to do, by the way, because it was Comedy Central. It was a TV spot. And the guy still producing it was a great guy.
It's a weird position.
Weird position to be in.
Like, you can do it if you want. It's not your fault.
And he was like, please, could you please do it?
Because he had to produce it.
He had to produce
He's
it.
like, ugh, everyone's pulling out. Not everybody. Ralphie May, you pulled out. Ralphie, Segura, Bert, fucking
Big J. Big J pulled out.
Big J, they forced to do it.
Oh, they did?
Because he was on Comedy Central Radio.
Oh.
And they were like, this is fucking with your thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want to. But I don't hold anything.
Of course,
some of these guys are like, this is your first TV spot. I'm like, you should do it.
Yeah.
Fucking, why can't I have a block in his name? The one from SNL, he fucking told a great.
Jay Moore.
No, told a great story about a fucking bomb scare at a
Michael Che.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah, and he was like, no. Ralphie May pulled out. I'm like, dude, Ralphie, it'll be good if you haven't been on. He's like, dude, I've done 9 specials. I'm not doing that fucking show of the people who fucked you over.
Right. Here's the thing with you, though.
It was great.
Here's the thing with you. Then after that, you get fucking wiped out clean because you're the evilest man in comedy.
The evilest man in comedy.
I mean, you're Dr. Evil.
Damn, that's so funny.
You are.
I love it.
I mean, dude, when they on this documentary, they go from the beatings of this poor little Korean guy to the other thing.
What other thing?
Your famous tweets.
Here's what people understand. Everyone goes like, it must have been hard to have the backlash, cancel, whatever you want to call it, in this moment. And you're like, you think that's my first one? I'm doing a bit about Kanye now. I was like, Kanye's crazy with the Jews. I'm like,
I saw that the other night.
You think Kanye just went crazy? You think that's the beginning of Kanye's crazy? Have you not followed his career? You think this is the first time I've been canceled? I got death threats before anybody got death threats. The Amazing Racist stuff was the beginning of the internet death threats. I led the way.
You know, when I first saw that, dude, I thought I was trying to figure out how is this Jewish guy racist? Because I didn't understand. I was like, this guy, because I couldn't understand that you were that nuts to go in a Ku Klux Klan outfit to Compton, to a black neighborhood in a gas station and ask a black guy for money.
I'm out of gas. I need gas for this burning.
In
this
the
cross.
Klan outfit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I am the dumbest person in the world. There's nobody like that. Why? Because it's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It took me a couple seconds to realize, oh, this guy's just that funny.
A lunatic. Yeah.
A lunatic, but that funny to pull that off. I mean, fuck Jackass. Jackass is crazy.
Well, you know what the funny thing was? All the Jackass guys and Tom Green. When I met Tom Green and the Jackass guys too, they were like, dude, that Amazing Race stuff was amazing. And I was like, oh, thanks. You know, like always. And then I realized, oh, this is Tom fucking Green, the king of this genre.
Yeah.
Coming and saying this to me. And it was like, whoa. Same thing with like Steve-O or Aaron or any of those guys saying it. It was like, whoa. High praise.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have that ability. There's something in certain people that have that ability to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have
it. It's like, oh, you got to go as far as you want to go comedically and not worry about whatever. And so every time I get cancellation is a step back in the moment. But then what happens is people, especially comedy club audiences, they start viewing you as the guy who's going to be true to his own sense of humor, who's not going to let someone else dictate.
You lose a lot of fans, but you cement the ones that are yours.
They know.
And they grow every time you do
They
something.
know Ari's going to not hold back.
They know that you're you.
Yeah.
100% you, no matter what. Those fans of yours are yours.
I ain't faking it for a fucking development deal.
You ain't.
No.
Because you've lost it all.
Yeah. Many times.
I mean, you've lost friendships over stuff.
Yeah.
You've lost friendships over jokes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, some of the friends of mine who fucking the Kobe thing that got them so fucking hard.
Yeah,
you know, and it triggered them. I get it. It triggered them. That's what I'm trying to do. Stir the pot.
You're trying to stir
the pot. And the first one I'd done and they're like, I can't believe that. And it's like, wait, all these guys who always say, I expose stand-up comics
for
what they really are. Just fragile little people.
We are.
Yeah, and everyone's like, if you don't like a joke, just walk away. That's all you gotta do. And then they're all going online going, Ari went too far. Like literally no one was hurt. No one got any damage. And like, Ari went too far. And I'm like, just call me and say, it's like, we're done. It's fine. But it's so funny how much I exposed them all.
Right.
I exposed how weak the entire LA comedy scene was because I finally found their trigger.
Yeah.
One of their gods.
Well, it's baby death.
Yeah.
It's child death.
Nah, they were mad before they even found out the kid died.
Can I just say something?
They were mad before they found out the kid was on the plane.
When they said, I have a son,
Yeah.
and being a parent, it is a different thing.
Yeah.
I cry at when the war guy comes home and the kid's at the game and he sneaks up behind him.
Yeah, fuck that kid.
Yeah, no, that makes me tear up.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm on the road a couple days, but I feel like it's me,
For a year.
it's me in Afghanistan.
Right.
Yeah, that's my.
Taking heavy fire.
Yeah, like I come home.
When's Daddy coming home? I was like, you mean if Daddy comes home?
Yeah. He's at Wise Guys in Utah. That might you know what I mean? But I still like when Max will get out of the car at the airport and run to me, and I'm like tearing up, like his son, like I've been in Iraq for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, let's go, you fucking pussy. Like
Yeah.
Max has no emotion like that. He's more like you,
Yeah.
which scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, he's
like I was watching Creed 1 and I was crying at the end. And Max was like, Dad, you can't cry.
It's a movie.
He goes, he goes, Dad, it's not a real boxing match.
Shut up, Max. Fuck off, dude.
Anyways, but you, because you're the most evil person in the world, I would say in the world, one of them.
Oh, not just comedy.
I would not
The
just
world.
put you in comedy.
I love it.
I would say entertainment. Can we
I
say
love it. Dude,
entertainment?
if you play a heel and people get upset,
Yeah.
you've done it right.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing.
when
People only upset because his kid died. I'm like, one, no, because before they even found his kid, the death threats are already coming in.
Right.
And two, that implies that you see the response of where it came in from, the hate. That implies that people in Los Angeles seem to love their kids a lot more than the rest of the world. And black people seem to love their kids a lot more than the rest of the world. And it might just be that they love this Kobe Bryant, the guy.
But can you see how people, I just want to devil's advocate. I know you're the devil.
Yeah.
But I just want to play your.
Be my advocate.
I want to be your advocate.
Be my advocate. Yeah. Beacon Theater this Friday. Tickets available. I got some cheap tickets up top to make sure all the people who are poor can get in.
Yeah. So all the people who believe in God.
Yeah. Who gave your tithe. There's still seats for you.
Yeah. Satan worshippers got those seats first because
Yeah.
they pay the money. Listen, just to be your advocate here.
Yeah.
If you look at the string of events as somebody beat up Asian guy, kicked Asian person in the face, wore a Ku Klux Klan outfit to a black neighborhood,
I could see
made
your
fun
angle.
of black person's family death.
Yeah.
You could see.
Yeah. Sam Morrell says it's the best if you take out context.
But then
from comedy.
add your face.
Right, add my face, absolutely.
And your ears, your pointy ears.
I look like one of those people who wouldn't give Harry Potter a loan. Yeah, I can see it. But Sam's like, if you take out context, nothing's funny. And it's like, I like to make fun of people's deaths, or I used to. I nailed it once, and I'm like, no, I'm done.
You
But
nailed
like-
it.
But like everyone who's triggered by that, who's a fan of that, gets the most mad. So I did one on like Kenny Rogers, called him a racist because he wouldn't
Is he
have fried
dead?
chicken, only
yeah.
roasted.
This is a good one.
Yeah, thanks. And you had one. You were talking with Keith Robinson about something where I was making fun of somebody who died, and he was like, "How come no white people?" Or where's your the guy was a POW for a while, John McCain.
Yeah.
You're like, how about some white people? It was Aretha Franklin died, and Keith was like, I don't like it. And then you're like, you better do it when John McCain was like, oh, thanks for telling me. Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people when Kenny Rogers died do that, all these like middle-aged, like 55-year-old white people are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
There's not so death thready. They
Well,
don't know the internet as well.
But you can understand how some people on the outside, when you are in this little bubble of your fan base,
Mm-hmm.
right, which is big, but in reality, it's small.
Yeah.
In
the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, you're not a boy band from Korea.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But even them, it's funny where you're like, who's this? I'm like,
Right.
they have 2 million fans.
Right.
Well,
You're not like
more people are not their fans.
You're not Elton John.
Right.
You're not world, but you're international.
Yeah.
You're famous in our little world, right? But when you go outside of that world and they look at the dossier on you,
Yeah.
it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's funny though because it's like at first it's just to entertain my fans. It's like, oh, somebody died. It's like if we're all talking about Joey Diaz and we're like, oh, what a great guy. Oh, he helped me with this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. Oh, one time he did this. And it's going around the country. If you just go, fuck him, That's the funniest thing. You can't be earnest. It's the funniest thing to not be earnest. So when a beloved guy dies, you just go, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So the fans will like come and they find that. And then what happens is the internet will then send it to people who will hate it.
Yeah.
You take a pinprick of blood, drop it, and the sharks come in, take it to people like, what the fuck? I'm like, how are you even finding out about this? Who even told you about this?
Right.
Why are you even finding out about it? You need some cunt to take it to people. That's when Kenny Rogers people, I was like, hey, I'm not even mad that you're threatening me or whatever. Who told you? You like Kenny Rogers. Who would have shown you this?
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, do they have
But
a
you
vested
respond to
interest?
these people. You like going on
So sometimes
Twitter and because I don't have the energy. I don't go to that stuff. I just don't have the energy in my life. I don't have the ability to go through it and deal with it. I just don't.
One time,
have
early MySpace was, or mid MySpace was when I started getting the death threats for the Amazing Racist.
Yeah.
People were like, "I'll fucking kill you," whatever. Didn't deal with it. And then like a year and a half, 2 years later, it's like, I'll be at your next gig and wherever. I went back, like looked for an old message, and I found all these old death threats I forgot about. And then I started responding. I was like, "Hey, how's that murder coming? I've been to Pittsburgh twice already." 3 days each time. You said you were going to put a bullet in my head.
Right.
Are you saving up for a bullet still? It's been 3 years.
I mean, they do. Can I just say something?
Yeah.
There has been comedians and recently who have gotten the fucking shit kicked out of them.
Yeah, but for what? Personal shit.
Well,
Bobby.
I don't know.
Bobby.
No, did Bobby get beat up again?
No, it's mine.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a personal thing. It wasn't
No,
considered
Chad Zumach got fucking beat up in Tampa.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't see that?
Why?
I don't know.
No, I didn't see it.
But they're saying it might be fake now. Here's the problem with all this
Zumach
stuff.
likes to fake.
I don't have the time to go and like these.
Investigate.
There's people that investigate this shit.
Yeah.
They go back and go through word for word.
But dude, anyone, because especially a performer, you want to make it as grand as possible, aka Jussie Smollett. So you can't just say like, I got shoved. You got to say, I got the shit beat out of me or something like that.
No, he did. His eye was shut.
Who? Zumach?
Zumach's eye was closed.
Guy downstairs got punched
Who?
from SNL.
Oh yeah. What's it? Yeah, he got fucking it. So there are people that are
Yeah,
attacking
but it's not because
people.
of over a joke.
Not a joke.
But Ralphie was like, it's coming. Somebody's going to get murdered. And then fucking, what's his name with Savannah? Got slapped in the face.
Who?
God, since COVID and maybe I got long
Jesus
COVID.
Christ, dude, this is bad. You did this with Joe on your stupid show.
Yeah.
You guys were together and you sat there for hours just going, I'm not doing. I'm moving on.
He's a great comic.
I'm not doing it.
He moved to
We're
Savannah,
moving it
Georgia.
off. I don't know who the fuck it is.
He's in the crew.
What great comic
He
moved
was on
to
Tough
Savannah?
Crowd.
Who? Oh, you mean Nick DiPaolo?
Apollo, yeah.
You couldn't remember the fucking Nick
I couldn't
DiPaolo?
remember plenty of people.
Oh my God. How does Satan not have a memory?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing? Don't you have superpowers?
I know.
Don't
I
you
know.
have powers?
Only for the people I hate, not for the people I love.
Nick
Yeah.
DiPaolo got slapped at a show.
Yeah, so it's like this shit is coming a little bit, but all right, what do you want me to do? Not be my funniest self? No. So anyway, you take a funny thing that makes all your fans laugh, they take it to other people.
Yeah.
Someone who gets extra triggered by it. Rappaport, he has a history of spousal abuse. So he's like, oh, I hate you bringing up celebrities who are doing these things.
Right.
You know? So then he sends it to everybody else.
Sure.
Yeah, because everybody's like, I'm mad at this. Like, well, you weren't following me.
Right.
If you were following me, you would have just laughed. It's like that somebody who comes to the cellar and sees you
Right.
and walks out angry. And it's like, oh, you weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
Who told you to come?
Right.
Or you got tickets for a random Saturday night in Wise Guys and you thought it was a Mormon comedy because you looked at the website for the Uptown Club.
Right.
And you're like, oh, you shouldn't have been here. So that's what happens on the internet. They take it to people who were never supposed to see it. But
Right.
I told this to Norton once. So if you're at the Olive Tree and you have to go to the bathroom, you got to go through the cellar and go to the bathroom. But if you hear terrible stuff, you're just there for the lamb chops.
Yeah.
And then you hear like, oh my God.
Hang on one second. They don't have lamb chops at the cellar, so I don't want you to
They
come
do.
in here. No, they don't.
They got rid of it?
Do they have lamb chops? When do they get lamb chops?
Yeah.
Can you look? Do they have lamb chops at the cellar?
It might be off the menu, but they have them.
They have lamb chops?
Dude, they're so good.
Are they good?
They're really
Oh,
good.
I want lamb chops
And
now.
it's a tough because you got to decide between Mamoon's lamb shawarma and those lamb chops.
Mamoon's lamb shawarma is the best.
Is the best.
You know who had the best lamb shawarma?
You want it without rat feces or with? That's your question.
Dude, with.
Yeah, with.
Fuck
Mamoon's.
yeah.
That's the
Dude, you know who had
number
the
one place.
best shawarma in the city
Who?
when I first moved here? Guess.
Mamoon's.
The cellar.
Really? They had
You know that
shawarma?
front window where the seating is? That was the kitchen.
No.
When you walked in,
Wow.
spinning wheel of shawarma, massive, but the real lamb, not the compressed mush shit. It's the real. I used to walk in. The guy loved me. He would hand me a napkin full of paper towel full of shawarma meat, and I'd go around the corner and eat it before I went in.
Wow.
It was the best shawarma in the city, better than Mamoun's.
Wow.
Yeah, gone.
The biggest thing they did is got rid of this chug, the fucking the hot red sauce, and even Esty, who's an Israeli, and I'm like, listen, Esty, I get it.
Yeah.
You take whatever side you want, but this is fucking too far.
It's
And she goes, as an Israeli, I was like, what happened to the red sauce, the good chug? It's like an Israeli thing. And she goes, well, you can use red pepper flakes, and I was like,
That's an Italian thing.
yeah, get the fuck out of here. Man. You know better than you're Israeli. Get the fuck out of here.
Anyways, dude, you're doing the Beacon,
I'm doing the Beacon.
and this your career is back and bigger than ever.
It just helps you.
But you go back and then you go back.
One step back, 2 steps forward.
Yeah, it's like
part of it.
It's the
part
opposite of weight. I used to lose a couple and then gain 50.
a lot more. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can take a break. I lost 5 pounds. I can enjoy myself. Yeah, it's great. It's great. All those people go away. The anger goes away. You just become part of a storyline.
Do you like
press.
playing the?
I like playing the heel. Yeah.
Okay, no. Let me finish this question. Fucking Adderall, Ari. Look at you. Your ears are getting.
Evil man in comedy.
I mean, you're fucking.
I
evil.
love it.
Do you like playing the small clubs or the theaters? The big theater.
What do you think?
I think the small clubs.
Yeah, 100%.
Me too.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I saw you, we went to New York Comedy Club the other night, and I was like, oh, he's in his element right now.
Yeah.
This whole crowd is just,
Conversational style, talking, seeing everybody, hearing everybody.
yep.
It's more presentational in a theater. And I do also like it. I like all types, but those clubs are where it's at.
Because this,
Every fan knows that. When you've seen your favorite comic in a club and a theater, you know that performance was better at a club. Even when some of these big theater comics, they do workout rooms to get ready.
Yeah.
You know, like the Cellar and the Stand and the New York Comedy Club. Then clubs on the road a little bit, and then theaters. The best place to see them. Even though the clubs is not as worked out, the material, they all enjoy the clubs better.
it is.
Every audience member who's
Because
done both,
we get to, when you're
You're
in a
right there
big
with
room, we're enjoying it. It's good.
Yeah.
But we never get the feeling, the bigger the room, the feeling goes away that we get to have inside.
Yeah.
When we're actually feeling the vibe with you.
and everybody's got a sweet spot, but I'll tell you what, I did the Vic Theater in Chicago, and I sold it out, but like
Oof.
3 days before.
That's a big theater.
It was a big theater.
How many seats is that?
I think 30,000. And I sold out the day before. It was too late, 3 days before. It was too late to add another show.
Wow.
But I was like, but Zanies is one of my favorite clubs in the country.
No.
Downtown Zanies.
So you went down and
So let's do a second show at Zanies. Did a midnight show.
after.
Right.
And that you can do that? Well, most contracts don't even let you do that.
I already sold out. We're not going to add another
It
show.
doesn't matter.
It's right. This doesn't matter.
So fuck them.
And it's an 80-seater. I think 88 seats.
Yeah.
And it was such a crazy, me and Brian O'Neill did it. It was such a crazy difference.
Yeah.
I think Louis did that in Minneapolis once with List. When they finished a show, like, let's go down to the fucking Acme. When I've never performed there, one of the best clubs in the country.
One of the best in the
Yeah.
country.
And they go, well, this is way more enjoyable than the theater was.
Yeah.
They all agreed.
100%.
It's just more fun. The only reason you do it is for money and because it's just not, you need to hit every market.
Yeah.
There's just not enough time. Your
There's
tour
a-
will be 4 years instead of like 1 year.
I would rather do 4 years. I actually like playing a place 2 years later. I don't like going back every
Right.
year.
I did 6 nights in Denver this year. And they're like, why don't you do the theater? And I'm like, answer your own question.
Can I answer it?
Yeah.
Number one, you love it more.
Best club,
And
my
number
favorite
two,
club in the
more
country.
money.
Less money.
No way.
Yeah.
Less money than
12
a theater.
shows, 6 nights.
Way more money you
No.
make there.
No.
You make a door deal?
It was the most money I've ever made.
Yeah, but when you work a theater, one theater.
It'd be 2 shows. At
Two
the
shows.
Paramount. I'd make more than that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'd have
You
time to go
got, you
somewhere
got
else.
Union, you got all this.
But where else am I going to go
Yeah.
that I'd rather be than the Denver Comedy Works?
Yeah.
Nowhere in the world.
I mean, I used to work there all the time,
Yeah.
and I've brought it up to you,
Yeah.
and she don't use me anymore, and you will not.
Wendy, you got to have Robert Kelly
Well,
back.
but I don't even care about that. You will not find out why.
I found out why.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did not?
No.
Oh. I thought
You-
we talked about it.
No.
Oh.
You've never told me.
Oh. I mean, you know why. It's that waitress you raped. That you don't think that came to light? The next all right, too far.
You're the evilest guy in comedy. It's true. It's just the evilest guy in comedy.
I have a couple rules for pranks. You got to live by a life rule, and you can fuck up these rules, but you got to then apologize. So of all the people who went after me online, one guy from comedy said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have fucking went after you publicly." It was who's the guy that gets arrested?
Oh, here we go again with your fucking old Jew brain.
He has a Latino name, but he's fucking black.
Fucking what?
Jimmy Martinez.
Okay.
He goes,
yes.
"Hey man to man, I went after you hard on that. I didn't even see it. I didn't realize that was your thing and you were being a comic, and I didn't realize it. I'm sorry."
Yeah, okay.
Man to man.
Oh, that's
I was
great.
like, apology 100% accepted.
Oh, good.
Everybody else, it's here for you. What were we saying? I have rules. No physical or monetary damage. No breaking up someone's relationship for pranks.
Yeah, and no children.
so I couldn't.
And no kids. Can I add no kids?
What do you mean no kids?
Like no kids.
What do you mean no kid? You can't. That's too vague. What do you mean no kid? No kids. What? I can't get Jay's daughter to record an endorsement for me for Legion of Skanks president. No.
What about
I can't get Max to turn against you.
You did already.
I know. That's so the answer is no.
You got it now. Every time we're out, he takes his shirt off, tucks it in his back pocket.
Oh, I can tell you what the weather was like if he did that.
Sun's out.
Yeah, sun was out.
He loves you. I don't know why. Doesn't like Joe List. Loves you. I mean, same face, basically. Same type of look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a chin.
I got a chin. No physical, monetary, no breaking up. So if I say the rape thing, it's like, let's not like,
Yeah,
that might get out of here. I can't let that one sit.
Yeah, that's too much. Yeah. No, let me ask you a question.
I'm glad you guys made up, you and Bobby.
I did make up with him. And
He's one of the best guys.
But I didn't. Here's the problem with it, Ari. Yeah. I didn't have a problem with him. Never did. And now looking back, you're saying a lot of people had a problem with Bobby, right?
Yeah, when I was friends with him, I was like, why are there 6 different people I know who won't talk to you?
Is that reputation I have? No. I have a reputation of Bob's great. Helps out young comics. He's kind of
sensitive about his weight.
I'm
not anymore.
All right.
Figured it out.
Thank you. Well, I had help.
Yeah.
I guess I am because that did trigger me. You're about to do a fat joke. It's funny because people still do fat jokes. We're at
it doesn't work anymore.
The spit roast the other night, and all these dumb comics had fat jokes for me.
And you're like, damn, you're not even that.
I'm like, dude, you're fatter than me now.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta figure it out. Even Norton still. I went on Jim and Sam last week.
You can't do fat jokes about Norton or you.
Yeah. Well, you could with Norton.
Yeah.
You can do not fat jokes. Mushy. AIDS, no chin.
Yeah.
Worm-like. Alien.
Yeah.
Pale. Gay. No, not gay.
These are all things you could do.
Yes.
It's like a weird. He's into men.
What?
He's into women. I mean.
He likes women.
Just a specific kind.
A certain kind of woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Women of a certain gender.
Women of a certain That should be his album.
Yeah.
If he does an album, that should be the name.
You know my next album cover? Me and Sherrod figured this out.
The Evilest Man in Comedy?
I like that. That's 2 from
Comedy Devil.
That's 2 from now too.
Okay, good.
Too many blacks. And the cover's me like sad face with like 10 black people behind me and just like
you at the cellar after 10:30 at night.
Yeah. And then on the back it says how many blacks is too many, like Q colon how many blacks is too many, and then A colon 1.
Jesus Christ.
Gerardo okayed it.
Well, I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for this Beacon show. It should be really cool.
This is what sucks for me, right? Because when
you're gone.
No, I'm not around. Yeah. I am not around, which sucks.
I have some secret guests. I wanted you to do it, but you're gone.
I would have loved to fucking been on it. When is it? This week, right?
This Friday, yeah.
I'm in
March 24th.
Yeah. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could just go and hang out to see that. Because it's epic. It's an epic theater. It's a historical theater. And now that comics are starting to do this theater.
Become a club. So is the Garden. It's so weird.
And Gramercy is like a club now.
Gramercy was the Reach.
Was
now
the
Reach.
Like no, Mike Cannon did it.
Wow.
Mike Cannon sold it out.
That's great.
It's unbelievable.
That's great. Hold on. You got to give me a second to internalize that.
He had a lot of help. I mean, we all promoted it. We all promoted it.
Hold on.
Take your time. Mike Cannon, Gramercy, sold out.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Say it again.
Mike Cannon sold out.
Sorry. Fuck up. Hold on.
Do it again, right?
Hold on. Okay.
Mike Cannon sold out the Gramercy.
Oh, he's got to do something. He's such a bad father.
I thought
It's the better way to go. I'm not gonna just be happy. It's so dumb. It's so dumb to be publicly supportive.
But this is the problem with people. They don't understand. You're dealing with the guy that supports other comedians more than anybody. Colin Quinn taught me how to tip and leave $20 at a hotel. You taught me how to
Would never do that. I disagree hard with that.
You would never do that.
Find someone else who's tipping and take that.
You taught me how to stick up for younger comics.
Really?
Well, yes,
like
with the stuff at Just for Laughs and how you take care of the new faces. In your success, how you retweet other people's stuff on your weekends. When you have shows to promote or things, you'll still help other people with you're one of the famous people.
Yeah.
And a lot of
famous,
that don't covet their fucking fans. A lot of the people that get covet, these are mine. I can't promote anybody else but me.
Okay, misuse of that word, but I understand what you're saying.
Covet. Look it up.
You're wrong, but it's okay.
Look it up.
I was an English major.
Look it up.
Last 2 semesters, but okay.
Look it. I don't care. You're not backing me
Covet
down.
means like to want it. Covet means doesn't mean to hold it to yourself. Hoard. I get what you're saying. You didn't say it correctly.
We're gonna pull that back. Bring it up, you fucking asshole. You're making me look bad.
I love these guys.
Stop coveting your keyboard.
What up? You.
Max, just
internet.
type in fucking covet.
There's some internet issues with the seller's internet.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Nice excuse. Nice excuse. This guy's full of excuses.
Hey Siri, what's the definition of the word covet?
To do that, you'll need to turn off airplane.
You're a fucking, you suck. You and Max suck.
I'll turn it on
You're
you.
fucking my Siri.
Steve Jobs hitting you from the grave.
Hey Siri, fuck.
Now you're getting
Hey Siri, what? You got it? Yeah. What does it say?
Yearn to possess or to have.
Right. To have fans. All right.
What you meant.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was wrong.
But I get what you wanted to mean.
To hoard.
Yeah.
What's a better word?
Hoard, somewhere in the middle of those.
Because a lot of comics are like, to retweet something, to put something about somebody else's, to help somebody else's fame fucks them up. And it like they won't do it.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like it doesn't hurt you at all. This is what they taught me in rabbinical school, that if you share knowledge, it's like sharing a flame from a candle.
Mm-hmm.
My candle can light your candle. It doesn't hurt my candle.
You still got it.
Still got a full flame.
Yeah, and a lot of comics don't do that. A lot of successful comedians will only promote themselves until the fucking day they
And then
die.
the cool thing is, even selfishly, this is not the reason you do it.
Yeah.
But selfishly, you get like early on, I did like you know what, dude? Not you know what, dude.
Cool, you never did that.
Yeah.
That's what my point is. You've never promoted me.
That's not true.
You promote Mike Cannon.
100% not true.
I mean, gee, you live Brendan
100%
Sagalo.
not true.
Adrian Appalucci. Gosh, she should be a star by now for you. Got nothing from you.
Are you garbage?
Yeah.
And when they're a small show and you just push it up,
Right.
then
Sure.
then that's a coveted spot to get to promote your shit.
Right.
They've pushed up so far.
Sure.
Now you can use. That's not the reason you do it, but we're all just kind of helping each other.
And here's the thing: people go up, people come down, people go up, people come up.
Ron White used to ask the people who opened for him when he was like persona non grata in Texas, like, I'm broke, can I open for you?
Yeah.
For these big, and they let him because they helped him.
Right.
But also, that's not the reason. That's just like a nice side effect.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta help. Someone was yelling at me like, you're the meanest. I'm like, I've literally put more young comics on television than anybody. So
anybody, and you've always helped people, your friends, to get on your show.
Yeah.
You fought for them.
Fought hard against Comedy Central.
They didn't want me on.
Nope.
What? They didn't?
No.
I just said that.
Oh yeah.
They didn't want me on.
No.
Why?
I don't know.
I know those people.
Yeah.
They say hi to me. Hi, Robert. Why didn't?
Why do you think it was season 3 before it was even 4, before it was impossible?
Why?
It was a struggle.
Why? Why did they say
They
why?
want Will Smith. They want Will Ferrell. They want all the Wills.
They don't want anybody. They don't want anybody.
Dude, I had to fight for like Steve Simone, who's a great storytelling comic.
Wow.
I had to convince them that there were comics that were going to be in LA because we couldn't do non-local hires.
Right.
So I flew out Okerson when he needed a break.
It's one of the greatest stories.
Yeah, and I'm like, Comedy Central's paying for your ticket. I'll get it. I'll show you what. Yeah, to just lie to him because he wouldn't have taken it. Just be like, he's one of the greatest. It would make my show better. So that's coming out of my money.
He's one of the greatest storytellers.
Yeah. So it's coming out of my money to get my own show renewed by having him on there.
So they just don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, look,
but
I'm
also edit this out because I don't want them knowing. It's fun to play the heel. I mean, you don't have to edit it out, but like
Fucking edit. You're the devil.
yeah.
You're the devil.
What? In that one time I was doing a podcast with Jay, and he was like, it was so nice when Comedy Central, in terms of me hating everything, it was so when Comedy Central really decided they're going to fly me out to LA to do your show. That's why I knew it was accepted, and I was like, oh, now I can use it for pain. I was like, oh no, Jay, they actually didn't. I did that.
You
Comedy
told
Central
them?
had no interest.
What the
I was
fuck?
pain is more valuable than fucking love. Like, I thought they really accepted me. Like, they didn't.
Fuck me. Well, we've concluded this is that you are the devil.
Yeah.
You are the
Come see the devil at the Beacon Theater this Friday. Get tickets right now. There are very few floor seats left, but I managed to save some fucking up top. They wanted to charge $45 for those up top. I'm like, no. That's for entry level people.
How much?
$29.
$29 to go see you.
Plus $100 for Ticketmaster.
And those seats are that's the devil.
That's the devil.
That's the devil.
Yeah.
That's the real devil. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. I'm bummed I couldn't be here. Who's on the show with you?
Secret guest. Get
Secret.
the fuck out of town. You know better than I'm going to break on that. Well, you're right to ask.
I know who they are, actually. I'm going to tell you who they. What? Fuck you. I'm the devil's advocate.
Cut it. Got the pod. Got
You
the
got-
pod.
you
Get the
got-
pod. Get the 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 pod.
Tim Dillon.
Get the pod.
You got Mark Norman.
It's not Tim Dillon or Mark.
And you have
Both were asked.
Joey Diaz is popping through. All right, look at the camera and just look there. Joey Diaz is coming.
Listen, we're
No,
not doing this because this is what Matt Taibbi went. They go, when did you first talk to Elon Musk? He goes, I'm not telling you my source. Like, you can just tell me if it wasn't Elon Musk. You're going to do this with every person until you get who my source was. You're not getting them.
Joe Rogan's coming down. That's
Dude.
amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it. That's it.
Richard Pryor
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah.
is coming to my show.
Yeah.
I will say, if you're coming to the show, get in your seats by 8 o'clock, 8:05. We got an opening that's going to be great. Don't be fucking stuck in the fucking booze line.
Crazy.
Get some airplane bottles, sneak those in, do whatever. Get there early enough to buy booze. There's got to
Because
be a line.
Joe Rogan
There's
is
got to be a
opening
line.
the show.
Because Joe Rogan
That's
is
amazing.
opening it, coming out of retirement.
Wow. He's not
Yep.
retired.
What? Oh. Dude, I've been shitting on Louis so hard to his face.
What do
And I
you
was
think?
like, because he was like, he's taking the year off. And I was, but I just say he's retired. And I'm like, it's tough because I'm really only friends with comedians and you're not a comedian anymore. So it's because I'm not a comic. I'm taking some time off. I'm like, listen, you're talking a lot like a non-comic. Just keep shitting on him. It's so fun. One of the greats of all time. Top 3 of all time. And you're like, too bad you don't do this anymore.
Yeah, how long do you think he's going to last?
He's probably secretly already doing it. It's like when you say I quit smoking, you tell all your friends, and then you start smoking, so you got to do it in hiding.
Yeah.
But you could have done it last week in public.
He's been doing shows in Yonkers in front of Spanish crowds.
Yeah, just going right back to governors when I want to find out.
Luis C.K. He's doing it in Spanish.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Segura.
right.
How funny is Segura does shows in Spanish? And I mean, how much money do you need?
I mean, you're talking to a Jew. All of it is.
Okay,
the answer.
that's good answer.
You're talking to the wrong
Correct.
guy. If you want me on your side, this ain't the issue. Kanye, we need you on here.
You got your podcast. What's it called? Secret Time with Ari. What's it called?
It's called Skeptic Tank.
Did you forget?
I did. But really, you want to go see
Dude, you have to get a sauna. You get your brain is fucking dying.
I got a hot tub.
You get a hot dozen sauna. Go sauna 4 times a week.
I should.
It helps with your brain function. Trust me.
Sometimes I really think I got long COVID. And then somebody's like, but also isn't it 2 decades of marijuana use? I'm like,
Yeah, and mushrooms and all.
mushrooms doesn't affect your memory.
What? How do you know? Are you a fucking scientist?
I would have heard that.
You wouldn't have. You can't remember it. You probably heard it and didn't remember it because of your fucking brain.
It's tough to argue with. Tough to argue with.
Check him out on Skeptic Tank, one of the greatest podcasts out there right now, which I helped make.
What way?
I told you about the Zoom.
You did tell me about this.
You didn't know shit.
You did tell me about this.
How many?
At do you know the festival?
Yes, I do. Just for laughs. Thank you.
Yeah. No, Just for Us booked us, but that wasn't the festival.
It was the Jazz Festival in Quebec, Ontario. Same thing. Yeah, me and you. Alonzo Bowden was first, then you came in.
Yeah.
No, you came in, then Alonzo Bowden.
Yeah, it was like it was
Yep.
a 2-week festival. They had us each for like a few
I was
days.
there for a couple nights. You had
It
to
was in your
leave.
hotel room. We did
And
the
went
podcast.
hotel room, and you're like, and I was like, dude, you got to get a Zoom. You plug it in, you
It was
record
like,
it.
how do you do any of this?
Yeah.
And so it's like some tech nerd, whatever, who's like can help you a little bit. You and Marin are really the ones who like help me.
I mean,
like,
we can leave
figure
him
it
out. I'm the one. I'm the one.
Yeah.
I'm the one. I showed you. I'd get and you had a Zoom.
It's funny because Marin was in Almost Famous, and you are almost famous.
That's correct. Very close to being famous.
Yeah.
God damn it. I'm right there.
Ah!
I mean, I'm fucking the show's.
Yeah, when you go down the street, people go, "Are you?"
Now that I lost weight too, people.
Oh yeah, you don't get recognized at all.
I got to get famous as this now. My stupid special. I'm a fucking 2-ton Tessie.
That's so funny.
We got a
Jew. Ari Shaffir Jew is on YouTube right now.
which is
Best thing I've ever done.
crazy, unbelievable special that he produced. Again, he was ready to do a special a few years ago. They backed out. They walked away. He had to cancel everything. I remember talking to you about that, and it was like, wow. But you did it
Even
yourself years later, even better, and that's why some things
Yeah.
don't happen. For
And
a
the
reason.
last thing, a dream of mine for a long time. This is gonna be earnest. I've wanted to help a quality comic make their special. I was directing, producing, and I finally did. Big J's special.
It's
Premiering April 5th, and I helped him make it. And I'm very excited about it. I'm excited for all you guys to see it. April 5th, youtube.com. Big J's first special in 7 years.
and what is it on his website?
It'll
his
be
YouTube?
on YouTube, yeah. It's the only platform.
I was there, and I
and
saw it.
LouisCK.com.
And Louis. I mean,
Yeah,
Louis
those are the two only platforms.
I mean, Louis is
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
Louis.
make money or not make money.
Yeah, make money and get a check from Louis that's
Yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
and get yourself a new watch, or get views and fill up a theater. Yeah, dude, unbelievable special. It was so great. I mean, the crew. It was your crew behind it, your people. You were producing it. What's his name? Directed it.
Eric Abrams.
Eric Abrams, who's
Yeah.
I love Eric Abrams.
If you want someone to really make your special good and view, because a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, let's turn the lights way up," or "Let's like clear out this whole section for cameras." Eric gets, we've talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
Gets what makes a good show and protects that part so you can kill.
Yeah.
And not just get your shots, which is a lot of these directors.
A lot of they want their sound. They don't care about that.
The sound too. They drop the sound so low so it matches better. And now I'm screaming. So now my voice is gone for the second show.
Fucking stupid.
Stupid. Eric gets it.
Yeah, and he did it, and the special came out amazing.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Which one?
Yours, I know.
Oh, mine. Yeah.
Yours.
Jay's.
Jay's.
Yes. The look is great. I was looking at it yesterday because looking at color correction. So I'm not even listening. I'm just like looking at the shots, like camera in there, block that out, like all that. And I'm like, this looks great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
At Skankfest.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing, it looked like in certain shadowing that he had a dumb fucking homo red stripe in his head.
No.
What?
He did.
No, I'm saying that's the problem with the color correction. It made it look
No.
like there was this dumb
No, he
fucking
actually-
gay
sorry.
ass red stripe.
No, he actually dyed his hair red. That was real.
What?
I swear, I'm sorry, but yeah, he dyed a stripe in his hair.
Why? Is he a complete loser?
He's from the future. He's a
He's
ship captain from the future.
Oh, he's on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's from another planet.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Then that makes
Yeah, they're a little overweight and they
Then that
have
makes
red
sense.
streaks in their hair. That's when they're not married yet. That streak goes away when they get married. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Of course, make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly to get all these first. Get the extra YKWD, comicrebels.com to get all the YKWD stuff up there. And there's other comics up
I got my
there.
legend.
You got your legend shirt?
Got my legend shirt. And guys, if you know anyone in Child Protective Services, reach out and help Mike Cannon's kid. He needs help. He's in an abusive household. Not just physically, but emotionally too.
Look at that. I'm at Comedy Works, but in Saratoga Springs.
There you go. That's pretty close.
Not the one in fucking Denver, which is one of the greatest clubs around. I am there, Saratoga Springs this weekend. I am all over the place. So make sure, and I'm going to Moon Tower. Check me out, of course, every day on The Bonfire with Big J Okerson.
I was just on finally on the new look Bonfire.
What do you think?
I mean, it's 90% the same old look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everybody in there. Hey, how you been? How you been? How you been? And also you, I've known you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great though. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm having
Totally fun.
Having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
The fans seem to be happy with it, which I'm excited about. And it's
tough
great.
though when you want when you need a voice done, you look around and you realize like, fuck.
Yeah, well, I have voices, but I can't. I never do them because Dan, his shadow, is there going, "Don't do
Yeah,
it,
don't do it.
don't do it,
Yeah.
don't do it."
Yeah.
We should get a voice guy in there.
You should.
Yeah.
Like Stern would have a guy like that.
Yeah, just come
do
in.
Impressions.
Yeah, do impressions.
See what Frank Caliendo's doing. Maybe we could just be third mic.
And make sure you check out. You got all the boys here. Boys, quickly go through your shit.
It's Max Marcus Comedy on all social media.
The Cheese Show on YouTube.
Danny Braff on Instagram.
These are my boys, the autistic boys, and of course, at Mike V Suarez is somewhere fucking eating something on his stomach. or walking a dog that has one ear and a tumor in his eye. Poor guy's I don't know where he is right now, but he's sweating. So make sure you follow the Autistic 4.
I love how in Boston it makes it sound like you're not saying autistic. It's the first time you put an R in anywhere. Artistic 4.
Autistic. And you guys are the best fans in the world, Ari.
True. The YKWD fans get it.
Yep.
And they've always been supportive, and they get it. They're like, we're joking, so enjoy. We're having fun.
They are. They're the best. And you are the evilest man in comedy. In
I
entertainment.
love it so much.
Yeah,
I love it so much. I was like, "What's this?" It's like if you can see the joy I get. There was a lady crying, literally crying out in this outside right on this street. I got out. I was downstairs. I watched like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of Tell. Then I went upstairs, and some lady was crying, and I just, it's McDougal, and she's like, "I have kids." And I looked over. I was like, "What's that?" And then the bouncer's like, "That's about you." I'm like, "No way."
Why?
And then, right, that's my question. I'm like, which joke? You got to narrow it down. Was it the Down syndrome stuff? Like, no, 9/11.
No, wasn't it?
And I was
9/11.
Like, oh, wow.
Well,
And she's crying, literally tears. And she has, I'm sure when I've been called a piece of shit down there on 3rd, you're a fucking piece of, they have no idea how much joy it brings me.
That she's outside.
To know that I affected that. When I get angry comments on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, it's like, I live inside you. You're obsessed with me. It's so much fun.
That's what the devil
I've reached
wants.
you. That's what Norm said. I'd love you to laugh, but in lieu of laughter, I'll take any emotion.
My friend saw you do a pop-in set last week at the Stand, and his girl that he went on a date with broke up with him because he was laughing too much at your jokes.
Hang on one second. Just 1 second. Danny, if you ever talk on the mic again, I'll kill you. This cocksucker just did 3rd mic.
He did 3rd mic.
He really did. He even go, "Hey, can I say something?"
But in fairness, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
If he just
You're
yelled,
the devil. You don't have to be the advocate.
Okay.
Just go as the devil.
Devil speech?
Yeah, devil speech.
If he just yelled, you'd be like, "Get it, there's a mic right there. Just get it on a fucking mic. We can't hear you."
That's how you do it. That's the part.
No matter what.
You understand? That's me and go, you get on the mic. You don't just get on the mic. Try it this way.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say it without the mic.
Hey, can I say something on the mic?
What? No, just say it.
My friend's
Danny, we can't hear you. Get on the fucking mic.
Idiot.
Get on the mic.
Where did you learn broadcasting?
Get on the mic. Say it on the mic. What the fuck?
Yo, my friend saw you do a pop-in set at the Stand, and his girl
Better,
broke up with
right?
I like how he's going all the way through it.
Of
He
course
didn't
he
just stop. He like wanted to fully say it again.
Better, right? That's better. I'm part of the show. He gets permission. It's the whole thing.
I get.
Okay, how's this?
He got visual permission from me when he saw him. It was like a nod.
Okay, but here's the thing.
What? As the real host of you Kid with Danny.
As part of the cast of the show, which he is now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need the permission. If on Three's Company,
Yeah.
Mr. Roper just came in the house, you need the knock. You need the knock.
My advocate?
Yeah.
Kramer doesn't knock.
Yeah, he comes in, but it's annoying. But he comes in a certain way. Slides in.
Yeah.
Right?
Slides right in.
Slides right in. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. Mine was a bad example. I was trying to think I had something.
Yeah.
Danny.
Yes.
Better.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys next week make sure you check him out. We're going to put this up today, guys, right?
Come see the evilest man in comedy.
Come see the
Friday
evilest
night
man
at
in
the
comedy.
Beacon Theater.
And Tim
Biggest show
Dillon,
I've
Joe
ever done.
Rogan, Mark Norman. I mean, all the who's are going to be there.
Yeah, Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart.
Pryor's kids. Mooney's kids.
It's unbelievable. The lineup this weekend, Dice is stopping by. Dice stopped
by. Saget will be there.
It's gonna
Norm
be
will
wild.
be there.
Saget,
Ralphie will be
dead.
there.
They're all dead.
No, come on, stop. You can kid, but don't kid like that.
Okay. See you guys next week. You know what, dude?
You Kid with Danny.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.